Do you remember that Ahashverosh had a great feast? It wasn't just because of his new throne. There was another reason. By the time Ahashverosh became king, the Hebrew people were exiled from the Holy Land. Why? Because of their sins. God sent the evil Nebuchadnezzar to destroy the Holy Temple and drive the Hebrew people away. Ahashverosh feared that God might return the Hebrew people to the Holy Land, and they would take all the remaining gold from the temple with them, removing it from his empire. However, after a few years, the Hebrew people were still within Ahashverosh's empire, so he came to a conclusion. God must be angry with the Hebrew people and will not bring them back to the Holy Land. For this reason, he decided to throw the biggest feast the world had ever seen. Do you know how long it lasted? 180 days. Every single day, there was endless food, wine, and lavish gifts. And who was invited to this extravagant event? All the most important people of the empire. They spent their days drinking, eating, and witnessing the incredible wealth of the palace. Every guest received a grand tour, showcasing the kingdom's treasures, royal jewelry, and of course the most glorious throne ever seen. But after 180 days, Ahashverosh decided that one feast wasn't enough, so he threw another one. This time, it lasted 7 days and was only for the people of Shushan. Everyone was invited, including the Hebrew people. They were all allowed to enter the palace, enjoy the luxurious food and wine, and marvel at its unimaginable wealth. But God saw this and was deeply upset. The Hebrew people were not supposed to visit Ahashverosh's palace, but they were tempted by its wealth and splendor. Because of this, a harsh decree was sealed in heaven. The Hebrew people would be destroyed. But always remember, God, like a loving parent, deeply loves his children. That's why he always sends righteous leaders to help guide them back to the right path. In this case, God sent Mordechai the Jew. When Mordechai heard about Ahashverosh's feast, he tried to warn the Hebrew people not to go, but most didn't listen. Even when he went to the palace, begging them to leave, they still refused. Worse than that, he saw Ahashverosh treating the holy temple's sacred objects as his own. Mordecai was furious. He cried out to the heavens, begging God to punish Ahashverosh. And God heard his cries. He sent 2 angels to ruin Ahashverosh's feast. Do you want to know how they did it? Stay tuned for the next episode to find